Hello, hello, hello. Um, let's see here. Gotta eject that. Yeah, we're live. For whatever reason, Instagram has a tape delay. Um, and so let's go ahead and get it started. I'm just gonna put a message. This is a co-working space. Let's see. This is a co-working space. Please leave your questions below and I will get them answered. All right, so this is a co-working space. Please leave your questions below and I'm gonna answer them. It doesn't show on Instagram. I don't like. I don't like the way Instagram does things. Can you guys even hear me? I don't even have the mic. Um, I don't like how Instagram does things. It's not. It's not conducive with the rest of the thing here. If you guys have questions, Pinky on 10, how's it going? If you guys have questions, definitely throw them out there. I would be happy to answer them. We're gonna work some more today. I've got a podcast episode that I'm gonna create, which I think would be helpful to some people. Some people probably won't care about. Um, wish I knew you were coming on. I could have prepared. That's all right. Just throw any questions you have. Like I said, my goal, what I try and do, is I try and go live every day. Some days are better than others. Um, some days I just don't feel like it. But the goal really is to go live every day. Um, and I do go live in on different platforms. So like I'll be live on TikTok and one of my other YouTube channels and in my Facebook group usually. So yeah, are your podcasts only video? No, they're both audio and video. Um, it's on Spotify, and then Spotify pushes out to whomever and wherever. But no, they're both audio and video. So what we're gonna do today is I gotta do a podcast episode. I've got to do another YouTube video. And what else do I have to do? I have to get my. I have to play. I have to do my video game channel too. So we got a lot of work ahead of us. I should also do some of those daily booster videos. I actually like doing those. I've got what's called daily business boost videos. How find ways to find a proper niche for your YouTube and blog site. So is it Bart Arno? I don't know. Over on Instagram says, how can I find ways to find a proper niche? Simple. What do you do all day? So like your job. What do you do on the weekends? So or not weekends or time off. Whenever you have a day off, what do you do? And what are some in general? What do you like to talk about? Between those three things, you should have a niche. Those are the. It's simple. Everything's a niche, um, and any niche can work. So, what do you do at work all day? What's something that you actually enjoy to do when you have time off? And what's stuff that you genuinely like to talk about? The podcast episode today is going to be on how to maintain passion and enthusiasm for your online business. Something that I think is really important simply because people, I don't think people are like passionate about their business. And you don't have to be passionate about your business. And I'll talk about what I think needs to happen in order for you to be successful. Come on. So what's really interesting, did you guys notice that ChatGPT upgraded? And ever since it upgraded, and maybe it's my computer, but ever since it upgraded, it became slower. There we go. Here's my camera. Let's see. What are we at? Okay, 52%. That's good enough for government work. I've ejected it. So, Bart, what do you do at work? What do you enjoy to do on your time off? Go ahead and post your questions. Go ahead and get them answered. Oh man, that damn song is stuck in my head. All right, so we got that on. Let's see. What's Copilot? I've never heard of that. I've never heard of Copilot. What I'm going to do, because I'm going to do this podcast episode, I'm going to turn you guys off so I won't be able to actually see you. But if you leave your questions, I feel like this is moving a little bit. If you leave your questions, I'll be able to get them answered. But I don't know what Copilot is, so no, I don't use it. Configure recording. We will record audio only. And here we go. So I'm going to leave your questions. I'll get them answered as soon as I come back from this podcast. I'll turn this on. Hello and welcome back to the Making a Millionaire podcast. It is my untold, now told story as it's happening of how I go from $0 to $1 million per year in my online business. In today's video, in today's podcast episode, we are going to talk about how to maintain passion and enthusiasm for your online business. I think this is probably one of the biggest business killers. First and foremost, I don't think you have to be passionate about your online business. You don't have to have passion for your niche. I think that's a huge misconception. A lot of people say you got to find something that you're passionate about. I think if you are passionate about it, you might fly too close to the sun and you might get caught up in the minor details that ultimately aren't important. Think about somebody that is really, really passionate about something. They tend to like fight tooth and nail on a topic. They tend to get caught up in the minutia of it, of the small minor details. And in reality, if you want to have a successful online business, you need to have the bigger picture. Now, there are aspects of the business. I think there should be passion in your business. You can be passionate for your business as a whole. I like to think about it kind of like sports. Your favorite athlete usually loves practice. And the reason why they love practice is because that's how they get better. I think that if you want to be successful in your online business, you have to find an aspect of your business that you love, that you get excited about, and you wake up and want to do every single day. In most instances, that should be, at least part of it should be being excited to help people. You should be really passionate about that, because at the end of the day, your online business or any business is really designed to help people. And if if your business isn't focused solely on helping people, then you're gonna flame out. Okay, I see so many people, they basically they flame out. Their business stops working because they're not passionate about helping people. They're passionate about making money, and everybody wants to make money. Or maybe they're not even passionate about making money. They're passionate about not working for someone or firing their boss or just living this luxury lifestyle that they see that's projected to them on the internet and on social media. In my opinion, you've got to find at least one part of your business and just love it. Like I said, like you have to, when I think about like the top 1% of professional athletes, like the best of the best, they have an aspect that gets them excited and motivated, and they absolutely love it. And for most of them, it's practice. You've got to want to love practice. You've got to want to be better. And that's how they're better than everyone else. And I think the same way for your business. You have to want to love to help your customers. If you don't care about your customers, it's gonna resonate, it's going to show up eventually. It's going to be one of those things where, you can fake it for a while, but ultimately both your potential customers and you will notice that you don't really care about helping your customers. For me, I enjoy helping people get their small wins, whether it's creating a website, maybe it's fixing up a landing page, and ultimately starting to get traffic and commissions and sales. That's what I'm excited about. I'm excited about coming up with like new offers and new ideas. Um, and I think that's how people that are really successful online, I think that's how they approach it. They get excited about helping people, and they get excited about another aspect of their business, whether it's creating different funnels, whether it's the statistics and the numbers behind it. There's some people out there that are just numbers people, and they absolutely love doing the numbers, crunching the numbers when it comes to building your online business. So you don't have to be passionate about your niche. You do have to be passionate about helping people. And like I said, if you're not passionate about helping people, you're not going to be around very long. Um, I think that's part of the reason why so many people do struggle to be successful online. And it's really easy to, if you're not successful online, it's really easy to blame other people instead of looking internally. Because as I say, basically every day, everything works. You just have to find something that works for you and be consistent. But you have to have that passion and that fire to want to see it through. And I think that's really important when you are, especially when you first get started. Um, th- what usually happens when people first get started in their online business, they're really excited about it. They're excited about the prospects of being successful online. They're excited about the prospects of making money and firing their boss and, kind of sitting around all day, living the quote unquote laptop lifestyle. A few weeks roll through, a few weeks in, maybe even a few months in, when they're not meeting their goals, or their dream isn't coming to fruition like they thought it would. That's when people either push through, and the passion for helping people, the passion for some aspect of your business will help you push through, or most people will stop, or they'll go on to the next shiny object because maybe they weren't necessarily passionate. Now, not everybody, but having that drive, that internal motivation to keep going is going to play a huge part when you feel like things aren't working. In the very beginning, everyone gets sold the dream of the laptop lifestyle. 3 months in, you're not living the laptop lifestyle. You're wondering, will this actually happen for me? Will this actually work? And that's when your internal motivation and passion has to shine through. That it has to be that thing that keeps you going, or else you're going to quit. And so, find some aspect of your business that you're passionate about. Again, it doesn't have to be the niche, and it shouldn't be just the money. Don't be passionate about the money that you can potentially make, because I think that's a short term motivator. So once you find that, hang on to that. Write down your passion, the aspect of the business that you love, and then find ways to do more of that, because that'll push you to keep going. Again, if you love building out different sales funnels for people, make that part of your business, or think of different ways where you can do that more. And then other things that you're less passionate about, pass that off to somebody else, maybe a business partner, maybe a virtual assistant. But I think that's the missing piece for a lot of people. They and I think that's why a lot of people choose the wrong niche, because uh, they're passionate about the money. A lot of people will get into make money online. They want to start an online business or try and make money online, but they're not passionate about any aspect of their business. And again, I think you can tell by the way the content is created. If you're making very bad content, if you're not committed to improving your content, I think that's all that reflects on the lack of passion and or motivation. Um, so yeah, that's my. I'll give you an example. When I first started, I earned my first $130 online with Bluehost and creating content on Quora. And then I said, I'm gonna blog. I'm gonna start blogging. Now, if you know anything about blogging, it takes at least 6 months before Google will see you and trust you with their traffic. Maybe 3 to 6 months, okay? And in that time between you write your first blog post and when you get your first viewer that's not your mom or your dad or your significant other, if you're not passionate about some aspect, for me it was security cameras. If I didn't truly enjoy writing about security cameras, learning about security cameras, and conveying that message in a clear and simple way, I wouldn't have been able to go 3 to 6 months without any traffic, because that's a long time to do something with absolutely no results. And that's a significant part of an online business. You are going to do stuff with little to no results for a certain amount of time. If you're blogging, that could be months or even years. If you're on social media, that could be weeks. You might get like a boost of traffic initially, but then as you continue to create content, it's not, you don't have that fan base, you don't have that foundation. And so it can be weeks or even a few months before you start seeing any results on social media. And the same with YouTube. And so if you don't have a passion for something, if you're not enthusiastic for an aspect of your business, you won't make it through that ghost town or that dead period or whatever you want to call it. If you don't have enthusiasm or passion, everything's going to feel like work, and it's going to feel like a second job. You're not going to want to build a sales funnel. You're not going to want to create an additional piece of content. You're not going to want to write out scripts or an outline or whatever it might be, because it just feels like a job. And who wants a second job? Especially if you're coming to the online space and you're trying to start an online business because you want the freedom and you don't want that second or even third job. So find an aspect of your business and become passionate and enthusiastic about it. That will be your internal motivation to keep going, to push through when it's not so fun, to push through when people are questioning you and what you should be doing. And that's the other aspect. In the very beginning, you tell someone, hey, I'm going to start an online business, and two things are going to happen. They're going to say, okay, cool. Or the other one's going to say, are you sure this is a good idea? And so, some people might check up on you a few weeks or months later and say, how's the online business going? And you're going to have to tell them, hey, I'm still in the building stage. And you're going to get people that say, is this really a good idea? Is this for you? Or, are you wasting your time? That passion and enthusiasm, if you have it, will be that encouragement when you're the only one that sees the vision. So again, you don't have to be passionate about your niche. I think your passion should come in and being of service to people. I in a earlier podcast, I also mentioned writing down your interest, desire, motivation. That's going to help you with passion and enthusiasm. You're interested in starting an online business. Your desire is to eventually maybe quit your full-time job, and your motivation is so that you can spend more time with your family before they get older. That might be an interest, desire, motivation that will keep you coming back to it, because it's very easy, very, very easy when you work a full-time job and then you're coming home after the full-time job and you're going to be doing additional stuff when you could be sitting down watching a baseball game, or your kids are going to want to show you a dance that they figured out or that they learned how to do a cartwheel. It's much easier to do those other things than to um, carve out more time for yourself. And if you've got passion and enthusiasm for your business, it will be much easier to say, hey, I need an hour to work, or I need 2 hours to work. If you don't have that passion, you don't have that enthusiasm, hey, your buddy texts you, do you want to go out for a drink? Yeah, I'm going to go out for a drink, because your passion and enthusiasm for building something new might not be as strong as it needs to be. One way to strengthen your passion and your enthusiasm is to celebrate any and all wins. I tell everybody, you get 10 subscribers on TikTok or YouTube, wherever you are, celebrate it, because there are people out there that are trying hard. They're desperately trying to get 10 subscribers on YouTube, and they never get it. There's a person out there right now that's giving up their YouTube channel because they can't grow. They're stuck at 98. Every time they get to 100, one person, unsubscribes, and then they're frustrated. So anytime you get somebody new on your mailing list, if you're in the early stages, anytime you get new subscribers or followers, that's stuff to be excited about, because there's someone that has given up. There's millions, probably tens of thousands of people that have given up on their dream because they couldn't get to where you've just gotten. So don't be afraid to pat yourself on the back. Use that as motivation, use that as encouragement to keep going. Also, when people, kind of negative comments, haters, trolls, whenever they've got something to say, always pat yourself on the back, because that means you are open and exposed to a brand new community. So celebrate small wins. I think is really important, and I think it's really helpful for your success. Um, I know it small wins. The thing is, everybody wants to celebrate like the deposit. Hey, I made my first $100 or $1,000, but you can't get to $100 or $1,000 until you get your first 10 people on your mailing list, until you get your first 100 subscribers on YouTube. So that's why I think that celebrating the smaller wins will will contribute to um, the motivation, the enthusiasm, and the bigger wins. Another thing that it says here is set meaningful goals. There's a thing called SMART goals. One of the again, another reason why I think people struggle with continuing and being successful online is their goals are just so unrealistic, and they're hard to achieve, and they just don't make sense. If you've never created any content on the internet before, if you have never made a landing page, if you don't know anything about your customer or your target audience, thinking that you're going to go from 0 to 10K in 90 days is unfair to yourself. It's unrealistic. And I think that you should give yourself some grace and create small attainable wins, instead of trying to make 10K in 90 days without any knowledge, skills, or experience. Why don't you try and get, I don't know, 10 new email subscribers in 30 days? Now, when you do that, that's a small win that you can pat yourself on the back. And you can take those 10 email subscribers and potentially use that to make your first $100. You got 10 people, they each spend $10 with you, like that's $100. So create some very specific, attainable goals. Make them very small, make them very attainable, and simple. Don't overcomplicate it, and set goals along the way. You can also use those goals to document your journey and your progress. So let's say I was in the dog training niche and my goal was to get 30 people on my mailing list. I can document what it took to get to those 30 people, and then ultimately, if you want to use that to create a course or coaching program or something down the line, you have that track record, you have that documentation, and people will love to see your journey. Whether they're in the dog niche, whether they're in another space, you show them, hey, it took me this long to get 30 subscribers, and here's what I had to do to get it. You can help people achieve their goals, or even achieve their goals faster. So setting goals, I think, is really important. Setting real attainable goals is really important. Everybody wants to make 10K, but if you don't have any skills, knowledge, or experience, that's not a good goal for you, because you don't know what it takes to make the 10K. You don't know how much time it's going to require. So set goals. Another thing that you can do is be receptive to learning. You will not, you have to come in with the mind frame that you will do whatever it takes. You'll learn whatever it takes to be successful. If you want to be successful online, there's a ton of skills that you're going to need to learn and improve constantly if you want to consistently make money. Think about all of the things that are required to have a YouTube channel or TikTok. You've got to learn how to look at the camera. Some people are afraid to look at the camera. Some people will look over there. Some people will look down. Some people don't even want to be on camera. That's a skill, just being on camera comfortably. Another skill is creating the content, editing the content, knowing where to place your microphone, thumbnails, um, building out a landing page or a sales page, building out a blog or a website, uploading your YouTube video. These are all steps that people uh, don't recognize are hurdles that some people just never cross or get past. So these are all things that A, you should celebrate when you complete them, and B, understand that um, all of these little steps are required in order to get to your goal. Okay. Um, so, like I said, this might actually be a shorter podcast, but I think it's really important to find an aspect of your business and be excited about it. Be excited about it every day. And the more that you're excited about it, the more you'll get other people excited about it, and the more that'll shine through. Um, I don't consider myself like an excitable person. Like my personality is just like kind of like monotone, even keel, I would say. But me just showing up every single day and talking about an aspect of my business exhibits passion. The consistency that I have in showing up every single day, the persistence that I have in showing up every single day should convey my passion. Passion doesn't have to mean that you're a cheerleader yelling rah rah or doing cartwheels down the street. It can be something as simple as showing up consistently every day for 6 months. Because quite honestly, there's going to be a lot of people that start on the online business journey and they make it 3 months and they say this is too hard, or 3 months I'm not getting any traffic, or I can't do it, or they're inconsistent. One week they're showing up 3 days a week, the next week they're doing 2 days a week, the week after that they're doing one. So I think one subtle thing that you can do to exhibit your passion and enthusiasm is just show up every single day and work on an aspect and show people what you're working on. People love to see the journey. So let's say you start an online business in, um, I don't know, dogs, pets, whatever. Show people what you worked on. Hey, I'm learning how to launch a successful dog training business. This is an aspect of the business that I didn't know I needed, but this is something that I'm improving on. Maybe you are are trying to create a landing page and you show people the problems that you're running into when running a landing page, and let viewers let viewers have input. So you're building on the landing page and say, hey guys, what do you prefer? Do you prefer this picture or this picture, this color or this color? And that'll help build community. That'll help get you engagement, and that might even help you with passion and excitement and enthusiasm. So yeah, those I think those are the biggest things. Find an aspect of the business that you like. It should be at least one aspect should focus on the customer, helping the customer solve a problem or reach a goal. I think another one should be some other aspect, whether it's like the building out of sales funnels, creating products, and or whatever. So that those are two. Another thing that you can show your passion to other people is by documenting your journey. Also, being consistent, showing up every single day. Now, I know that's hard, but that's part of starting an online business. The hard thing. Show up on Sundays, show up on your day off. And this is just something that you can do in the beginning. You don't have to do this forever. In the very beginning, when you're just starting and you're nurturing your business, show up every single day for 6 months, and do something toward your business every single day for 6 months. That'll let other people know that you're passionate and you're serious and you're going to see this through. Because in my experience, like I mentioned before, one day will turn into 2 days, 2 days will turn into a week, and before you know it, you're completely off the wagon. It's just like people that try and eat healthy. You eat healthy for, I don't know, 5 days, Monday through Friday, you eat healthy, and then on the weekend you have a beer, and then that beer turns into beer and a pretzel, and then a beer, pretzel, and a hot dog, and then nachos, and then before you know it, all of the hard work that you put in Monday through Friday is essentially gone. And it's the same thing with starting a business. You work on your business Monday through Friday. Saturday you take it off, Sunday you take it off, and then you're kind of like, well, do I really want to do it on Monday? Or you've lost some momentum, you lost some steam. And that's what a lot of this is about. You want to have passion and enthusiasm so that you can have that momentum to keep going when times get tough, when you're not meeting your metrics and you're not as successful as you'd hoped. And so, yeah, I think that's a really cool. Um, I think it's really important. I just I see so many people that start an online business, and you can just see it when you talk to them that they're all about the money, all about making whatever it is so that they can quit their day job and fire their boss. And they never talk about the customer. They never talk about helping the customer. And you can just kind of feel like, okay, well, unless this person has a paradigm shift, if they have a shift in thinking, they're not going to be successful because the money is good, but you won't get to the money. You won't be along around, or you won't be around long enough to get to the money if you don't enjoy some part of the process. And again, I think it's the same way with professional athletes. They enjoy the game, but it's really the practice that they love. Um, the the game is the result of the work that they put in at practice, and it's something I try to convey to my son. He's only 8, and that's one of those things that's going to take a little time. But if you want to be successful with sports or even a business, the the game is the result of all the work that you put in with practice. Um, and if we correlate that to online business, the amount of learning that you do, the amount of content creation that you create and focus on improving your dedication to getting better and learning and sacrificing in the game ultimately, if we're thinking if we're trying to make a parallel to sports, the game is essentially the money at the very end. It's the views, it's the subscribers, it's the engagement, but all that stuff that nobody sees that's happening, your learning, your video editing, your content creation, writing outlines and scripts, that's like the practice, and you have to enjoy some aspect of that if you want to enjoy the game, if you want to be wildly successful online. And I think if you interviewed 50 or 100 online business owners that are successful, they'll tell you, I like doing this small part of my business. Um, and that usually will have a direct correlation. Some people will say, I love looking at the numbers. I love tweaking the numbers every single week and trying to figure out how I can get 1% more conversions, because they know that 1% more conversions could equal thousands of dollars in their pocket. So, in your business, I've got a question for you. In your business, what aspect of the business do you have an enthusiasm and passion for? Aside for the money in your bank, what aspect of your business are you truly enthusiastic and passionate about? For me, it's when someone says, hey, Alston, you've helped me go from X to Y. Alston, you've helped me make my first $50 online because I listened to you. I was able to get more views. What you said worked. So that's something that I thoroughly enjoy. Getting more views, getting more content. Oftentimes on my YouTube channel, people will say, um, "Alston, thanks for making that video and saving me time. Thanks for the tough love. Thanks for opening my eyes." Oftentimes, um, I'm usually the guy that provides the tough love. That I say the stuff that isn't sexy, and some people appreciate that about it. I could be like everybody else, I guess, and just tell you it's all unicorns and rainbows. Just start an online business, and within 3 days, you'll be up to $3 million per day. But unfortunately, that's not the case, and I'll be that one that provides the tough love, and I'll provide that realism. And there's people out there that are actually looking for that, and so just that thank you for that. Thank you for saving me time. Thank you for um, helping me see the light. That's one aspect of it. Coming out with new offers, new ideas, thinking about different ways to help people is the other aspect of it. So, the question that I have for you is what is your passion? What are you enthused? What are you enthusiastic about in your business aside from the money or the potential money? Answer that, because that's going to be really important, and you don't have to answer it out loud. You don't have to type anything. Just think about it. What aspect of my business am I truly passionate about? And it doesn't have to be your niche. You don't have to be passionate about whatever your niche is. But if you can answer that, you have what it takes to be successful. If you can't answer that, think long and hard about what your passion is or could be, what gets you up. What is it about your business that gets you up and out of bed? Um, and you can potentially be successful online. So, yeah, that turned out to be a pretty good podcast episode. This is the Making a Millionaire podcast. It is my untold, now told story as it's happening of how I go from $0 to $1 million per year in my online business. Thanks so much, guys, for hanging out, listening, and watching. Have a great day, and we'll talk soon. All right, so that's the podcast. Hey, Dame, what's going on? Dame 76. Let's see. We've got some comments here. I wish I knew you're coming on. I would have prepared. Are you? Does anyone use? Have you ever tried Hustlers University? I purchased Hustlers University and I couldn't really make heads or tails of it. I did a video on that for a while back. Hi there. I'm actually a new subscriber for 2 months now. Just want to say your videos are genuine and real. Big help. What is a good app to edit and create shorts YouTube? Jay, you could use CapCut. It's free. Does Quora affiliate marketing work immediately? It worked for me immediately because I did it the wrong way and I did it a way that you should not do. I'll tell you what I did and why I should not do it. I got to go get my camera though. Let's see. What is my? Oh, there it is. Oh, my shoulder. Oh, my shoulder. Oh, God. Shoulder hurts. All right. So, does Quora affiliate marketing work immediately? Yes and no. So, what I did a long time ago, this is like maybe 5, 6 or 7 years ago at this point, maybe longer. I went and answered a bunch of questions on Quora about have you used Genius Link? No. I went and answered some questions about web hosting, and I put my affiliate link in there in the answer box. And I would say about a half an hour later, I got a notification that my answers were taken down because they were a violation of the terms of service. But then a few hours later after that, this is a shortened version. A few hours later after that, I received 2 emails from Bluehost saying that I'd earned a commission. You cannot put your affiliate links in your answers on Quora. If you do that, that'll be a violation of the terms of service. So don't do that. I did it because I watched a YouTube video and a guru who has maybe 500,000 followers at this point said you could do that. And I tried it. I've been trying these different side hustles for years. So yeah. But now, quite honestly, I don't even know if Quora is worth it. I don't know if Quora is even worth it, simply because they've got their own AI function that they use. So I personally don't know. I haven't answered a question on Quora in a number of years. Let's see. Let me go to, let's see if Instagram. Okay. I am always low to make money online many years. Let me go back up. How did you fire your boss? I told him I quit. So I'm not going back. I just hit 200 subscribers. Good job, Georgia. Good work. Maybe you've been on the on my live streams before, but my mom and dad's friend, they had the husband was named George, the wife was named Charlotte. They had like 5 kids, and they were all a derivative of Georgia. They were all a derivative of George. So Georgia, Georgina, George Jr. Um, and I don't remember the other two, but it was pretty weird. That had to be confusing. But they're all different derivatives of George. Those were the days, I tell you. Um, all right, so let me see. Let me just let's see, 10, 12, copy. Um, Move this over like so. Um, how long did it take you to make consistent affiliate marketing money? Probably at least a year. Making work easier, at least a year, I think, give or take. Respectable. I'm looking for that to be financially free. Have you used Genius Link? No, I have not. Bro, how many hours do you sleep to stay productive and healthy? I go to bed at 9 a.m. No, I go to bed at 9 p.m., 9 or 10 p.m., and I wake up by 3 or 3:30 a.m. every morning. Go to the gym at the gym opens at 4, so I'm usually there about that time. So however many hours that is. I also take a nap during the day. So you know, like I was dropping my kids off at school. I fell asleep. Usually in the parent pickup line, I fall asleep too. So I don't know. How many hours is that? 9 to 9 would be 12. So, I probably I sleep like 6 hours at night and then another hour and a half during the day. I didn't want to do that. Let's go here. Let's see. What days of the week do you do these live stream? Asking so I come better prepared next time around. I try and do them every day. Sometimes I just don't feel like it. Or if I've got stuff going on, like the last couple weeks, I've had field trips, I've had all sorts of stuff, which if I planned better, they wouldn't have been excuses. The so I will only I don't go live very often on my main YouTube channel. I do go live more often on TikTok, one of my secondary YouTube channels, Facebook group, Twitter, LinkedIn, and I think somewhere else. What's your favorite side hustle? It depends. What's a side hustle that works really well for you? So if I needed money this week, I would go build 5-page WordPress websites. It's a side hustle that works. What are your opinions on TikTok getting banned? I don't think it'll get banned. I think a lot of it is lip service. I think I think it will get tied up in the courts for a long time, and I don't foresee it getting banned. A lot of it's just smoke and mirrors. Why would you do a 5-page website? So I would do a home page. I would do an about us page. And then I would give them a choice of doing 3. Are you asking like, why would I go that route? Or are you asking like, why 5 pages? No, not like a blog. I would go work with small and medium sized companies. I would go like door to door if I had to work with small and medium sized companies to build 5-page WordPress websites. I mean, I guess you don't have to do 5 pages, but 5 pages just feels like, hey, that's a valuable amount of. I always just said 5 pages. Hey, how's it going? Goodness. Hope things are going well. Yeah. So back in the day, that's what I would do. I would do a home page, about us page, and I think I would do a services page, and then like I'd give them like 2 pages that they could have content on. So like you make a website design. So what I would do is I would first get a client. For example, like a plumber. I would tell the plumber, "Hey, before we meet, can you can you make send me 5 websites where you like the look and feel of?" And they would send me the 5, and most likely they were WordPress websites. I would just go find the WordPress theme and buy that theme and do it and build the web pages based on that theme. How would the monthly hosting fee work? What do you mean? Bro, what computer do you use? This is a Mac Studio. Let me just test something here. Okay, good. We'll export that. Yeah, so do is yeah, so that's what I would do. Just build out, and what's really cool is you could just go over to a website like themeforest.net, buy a a WordPress theme for, I don't know, $70, build that $70 into the initial cost. So one thing that I would do is always get half up front. So if I was charging $2,000 for a 5-page WordPress website, I'd say give me 1,000 up front. I'd use part of that 1,000 to buy the WordPress theme, and then it would take me like 3 or 4 hours to build that out. And then once I built it out, um, once I built that out, I would if one caveat to that, if they are having you connect WooCommerce, or if they plan on selling products directly on their website, charge them more, because that takes more energy and effort. I don't want to make sure that I mention that for anybody that is thinking about going that route. Always charge them for that. Let's see. So like you make a website design for them, bro. What computer to use? How would the monthly hosting fee work? I'm not sure what you mean by that. What I did, what you could do, is you could actually resell web hosting. So I used a company called Name Hero, and I would sell. There was 2 ways I'd go about it. I'd either sell my web hosting at the regular rate, or I would offer a steep discount if they went with our web hosting company. And so I kind of built in reoccurring income, which is kind of cool. But if you don't want to have your own web hosting company, which, I can understand because it's a pain in the butt, tell them, if they don't already have a website, give them your affiliate link to Bluehost and say, use this link to set it up, and then give me a login and password information, and I will go in and do and make it work. Pro, as you are a millionaire, I am not a millionaire. Do you still research before buying a product? That is it best for you, like watching reviews on YouTube? I've got 2 questions. What's the best way of reaching 10K per month? What's the best way to become a millionaire? I am not a millionaire. I want to make that painfully obvious. I am not a millionaire. That's the purpose of uh, creating the Making a Millionaire podcast, is to eventually become a millionaire. Hello? Hey. Okay. Sure. Yep. Yep. Love you. Bye. Yeah, guys, not a millionaire. Not far off. No, I'm not far off. I'm far off. I'm pretty far off, guys. I'm pretty far off from being a millionaire. I think that's the right one. You guys can't see my screen, right? All right. So, All right, so famous film quote says, I've got two questions. What's the best way to reach 10K per month? It's to solve problems. That's a very general, generic answer, but that's what it takes. Solve problems. Identify a problem that people have. If you're a millionaire, I'm your best friend. Is this Dame from down the street? Because like I said, I am not a millionaire. Too late. I'm coming over my new best friend. Hey, the doors are locked, Damien. Nobody and my dog's downstairs, so he's certainly not going to let you in. Um, let's go to other here. Uh, um, so Dame, you should be no, Harsh. I am not a multimillionaire. I'm not a single millionaire. I am barely a thousandaire. Dame, you should be creating your own content instead of watching me. You got all this free time. You need to be out creating your own content. Start creating TikTok videos. You got the TikTok account? And so, guys, every time I see Dame, I play basketball with Damien a couple times per week. Every time I see him, I yell at him that he should be creating content. He should be creating content about what he has knowledge, skills, and experiences. Bro, your mindset's very clear and great. Is Pinterest a good way to get traffic? How many pins per day? So I do 30 pins per day. Yes, Pinterest, tell them how I dunk on you. now you want me to start lying. Um, yes, Pinterest is a good way to get traffic. Pinterest is based on keyword research. You've got to search keywords, find the keywords that people are looking up. Air Jordan 4 Retro Industrial Blue. So the question was, do I still research before buying products? Yes and no. I'm trying to think. So like I needed new basketball shoes. I just tried to find shoes quickly. I don't do like price comparison shopping type of thing. If there's something I want, I'll spend like 5 minutes on it, and and then I'll get it. But back to this question here. Famous film quote says, I've got two questions. What's the best way of reaching 10K per month? And what's the best way to become a millionaire? It's very simple, guys. Very simple. And if you've been a part of my content, you know. All you have to do is identify one problem. Identify one problem. And like, okay, so famous film quotes. Why, what problems, why did you decide? Let me go back here. Why did you decide famous film quotes? And how can you monetize that forward? Like, if you, whatever you guys buy, whether it's food, whether it's a streaming platform, whether it's shoes, everything solves a problem. You might not realize it, but it wouldn't sell if it didn't solve a problem. And so you have to identify one problem. That didn't get sent. Send. All you have to do is identify one problem. Create content to solve that problem, and then think of different ways to monetize it. Like Damien here, he he's a firefighter and he does CPR classes. He does them in person. And I tell him all the time, you are leaving so much money on the table doing CPR in person, because let's say you have a group of 20. Great. You're teaching 1 to 20. But there are more people on the internet that would love CPR training. You could just record yourself giving the CPR class, right? Record yourself. Don't even record the class. Record yourself giving the CPR training. I think I even offered to help. I think I offered to help him. Record yourself giving the CPR training. Package it up. Make a nice little sales page. Sell it for $47, $97, whatever you want to sell it for. And then you can create content and drive traffic to that sales page. That's it. And how many people would he need if he sold $47? Let's do 1,000,000. But Damien doesn't like money, so that's his problem. $1 million. I'll take your help, please. So $1 million divided by $47 is 21,277 people, right? There are fraternities that would buy the training. There are potentially teachers that would buy the training, or like faculty and staff. There are people that just want to get CPR certified. I guarantee you, there are more than 21,000 people that would want to get CPR certified or get training on CPR. What he could do is offer, so he has a main course for $47. Then maybe he offers some sort of like order bump, where once you take the training, you give a quiz, and if you pass, you get a little CPR training certificate. He could even do affiliate marketing on the back end. He could even offer additional upsells. In fact, let's build this. So like this is actually productive. Let's build this with ChatGPT. So I'm going to say I am a certified CPR trainer. I currently teach in-person classes on CPR. I want to take this online so I can make real money. Please create an offer that includes a main product, order bump, and 2 upsells. Please include price ranges for each of these products. All right, so I'm using ChatGPT 4.0, I think. Taking your CPR training online is a great idea. Here's a structured offer to help you maximize your revenue while providing tremendous value. So main product, online CPR certification course. And what we can do is we can go see if people are already offering online CPR certification courses. So we could go to a website like Udemy or Udemy, udemy.com, like this, and then we can just type in CPR certification, right? We'll see if people are already doing this. All right, so the first one that came up, there's 534 reviews. Actually, if we click on these, we'll be able to see this class has 1,700 students, and it was last updated the first of this year. The one here, that's PMP certification, CompTIA. I'm just going to type in CPR. Let's see. All right, so First Aid Masterclass, a complete guide to first aid. This one has 4,249 students. This one, Advanced First Aid, learn CPR, choking, injuries, and more. Let's see how many. This one has 90 students. So, there's already about 5,000 just in this one website. 5,000. Now, if we go back over to ChatGPT, the main product is an online CPR certification course. It is saying that you would sell this course between $99 and $149. So if you sold it for $100, how many people do you need to make $1 million? Right? So we do 1 million again, and we'll divide that by 100. You need 10,000 people. And here's the thing. Here's what's really interesting. You think $100 is a lot, but people in California do not think $100 is a lot. So, and people around the world do not think $100 is a lot. So you could sell this for $150 if you wanted to. So an order bump emergency response kit, they say sell that between $25 and $40. The first upsell, advanced first training, that would be sold between $60 and $90. I don't like the pricing on that. And then here's Damien, listen to this. You could sell for the second upsell an annual refresher course. So annual, you obviously know what annual is. People would pay that money back to you every single year. So now you've got reoccurring income built in, and you just have to create an updated course. And they're saying that this annual course would be priced between $40 and $60. So think about that, Damien. And I'm only doing Damien because I've yelled at him a lot um, about this. I've told him over and over. I've told him for like 5 years, you are losing money by not taking your training online. But how about that? How would you like, Damien? How would you like to have $50 coming in every single month and every single year, excuse me, and all you have to do is create an updated annual refresher course? Think about that. And then along the way, you could create additional courses about other aspects. Maybe create a short course, a mini course. So let's just do some quick math here. Let's say you sell the main course for $100, and let's say the average cart value is $150. So we can take $1 million and divide that by 150. That comes out to 6,667 people that you need to get. Do you think that you could get 6,667 people to buy your course? And here's the beauty of this, Damien. You could offer an upsell on the back end where you charge people, I don't know, $2,000 to fly out to wherever you are and give an in-person training. Hello? Hey. Let me check. This is all I have. I forwarded you one.
I know that one for the insurance.
No, I haven't gotten anything else.
Okay.
All right. Yep. Love you. Bye. So think about that for a second. Yeah, Damien, how many trainings have you done? And what did I say? What did I just say? You could offer an upsell where you charge someone $2,000. Now, not everybody's going to take this upsell, obviously. Charge someone $2,000 to go fly out to them and do an in-person training. And then make them cover the cost of the flight. Not everybody's going to do it, but you might get a handful of people that do it out in California or New York or, down in Texas. You teach thousands yearly. Damien. This is why Damien stresses me out so much. This is why, and then what you could do, Damien, is you could just offer one big bundle where you have maybe four courses for $200. Oh, my dog's barking, so that might be you coming down to talk to me. But hopefully you guys are able. Do you guys see this? Does this make sense? Do you guys see how I just kind of came up with this idea? Obviously, I use ChatGPT for help, but this is a real life example. Oh, you're at the Dells. That's the problem, Damien. You're always in the Dells. You're always at the Dells. Me, I never leave home. We went to Florida in February, actually. We went down to Disney in February. But guys, this is like a real life thing that could happen. And then you might be asking, well, how do you get eyeballs? How do you get attention on you? Damien could get attention if he wanted to. He could run Facebook ads. He could run YouTube ads. He could use word of mouth. So the people that have already met with Damien and he's already given these clinics and teaching, he could reach out to them first and say, hey, I made this course online and I normally sell it for 150, but I'm going to sell it to you for 100 and you'll have lifetime access to this course. Or you could say, hey, I've got this refresher course going and I sell it for $50 per year, and you'll have access to it as long as you pay the $50. If Damien did a really good job in his in-person courses, his in-person teaching, they're going to line up to pay the $50 every single year. And the cool thing about this is Damien now has a business based on the referrals that he has already gotten, and he doesn't have to spend any money to launch this. He could, right now, when he gets home from the Dells, he could put together a refresher course and reach out to the thousands of people that he's worked with over the years and say, one of the most important things that you can do for the health and safety and well-being is stay up to date annually on your CPR training. I've put together this CPR course where all you have to pay is $60 annually. So $60, $50 one time a year, and you'll have updated information. You can refer to it as much or as little as you want. Think about that. Damien, what do you think? You could go reach out to the people that you've already worked with as long as you have their email address or maybe even phone call if you want to hop on a phone call and say, I have just, based on the needs of my community and the people that I work with, you could do this. Based on the needs in the community of people that I work with, I realize that annual refresh training and annual refresher training is a must so that people, A, stay compliant, B, they can always fall back because, you watch a training and then you forget everything. So I've got this annual refresher training. All you have to do is pay $50 once a year. And you can actually set this up automated, Damien, so that every year the money automatically gets deducted. All you have to do is pay $50 once a year. And you'll stay up to date. You'll have the latest training. You'll have access. And then maybe even you do something like you might maybe even throw in a call, once a month call. But let's say 200 people take you up on this offer. 200 times 50. What's 200 times 50, guys? 200 times 50. That gives you $10,000. How would you like $10,000, Damien? How to avoid shiny object syndrome and quitting. Focus. Stop watching other YouTube videos. Stop watching everything. Focus on, pick one method, one platform, and stop watching YouTube. I used to say this all the time. Stop watching YouTube videos. Stop watching TikToks. Find a method that you believe in. Find a method that you believe that will work and go all in. But hopefully you guys are able to see, I just found a way to make Damien $10,000. Create a course. Create a course and reach out to the people he has already worked with. Damien says he's worked with thousands of people. Have you been collecting email addresses? Have you been collecting those? Okay, so we'll forward this on. It's warm in here. Yesterday it was almost 80 degrees. Today it's like 50. Anyway, what you could even do, Damien, is you could reach out to people. That's powerful. What you could do, Damien. Okay, your main source is healthcare providers. Charge them more. Charge them $500. What state are you in? I'm in the state of confusion. I'm in Wisconsin. Charge them $500. So what you could do, Damien, build out a little sales page with, an outline of your course, what you're going to do, and send an email out to everyone and say, I'm putting together this course. I'm launching the course, and explain to them it's going to be an annual membership Right now, the course is $60 because I'm in the process of putting it together. Once the course is completed, and it'll be completed by the end of this month, it's going to go up to the regular price of $100 or $200, whatever. And so that way you start getting some money in before the course is even completed. But complete the first like module or two, so that when people log in, they have something to go to. But yeah, yeah. But hopefully you guys are able to see, just taking a real life experience, a real person, and taking the skills and knowledge that you already have, you can build something very powerful and be really successful. He has an email list built in, so that's going to help him. But you guys can do this too. Actually, you know what? I want to look up CPR certification courses. I want to see. I want to see what people are charging. Online CPR certification course now only $12.95. The 10 best training lessons, CPR classes. Let's see what the Red Cross has. Let's do CPR because they've got CPR. They've got all sorts of stuff. Are you certified in more than just CPR? Is it maybe I didn't do something right here? CPR. Let's do. Ooh, okay. So, adult, child, baby, first CPR, $37. 30. So the numbers that I'm giving you, Damien, aren't crazy. The American Red Cross is charging $37. Udemy, CPR.org. How does my website look? I don't know. I have no idea. I haven't looked at your website. Find a CPR course. All right. That is Kenosha YMCA CPR. I should type in online CPR course. Online CPR course. $12.95, $12.95, $12.95, $12.95. What you could do, Damien, to increase the cost is add in supplementary material. So this is only 30 minutes. Maybe you include a checklist for them, include maybe a workbook or some sort of bundle, and you can charge more than the National Health and Safety Association. Oh, that reminds me. Just want to say this to every stream. God bless you, man. Hey, appreciate it. I'm trying to see if I can add what you're saying to my website. What I would do, Damien, and if you want to pay me, you could use my software. If you use my software, I'll help you set it up. Because my software, it's called G-Bolt Systems. It includes email marketing. It includes building out a course. It includes setting up a sales page and funnel. You can start G-Bolt Systems for $9 per month. I made it so that everybody can afford it. But like I said, if you use my system, I'll actually help you set it up. Okay, so let me upload this. I was so busy talking about this other stuff that I almost did not upload that. So the first thing that I would do, Damien, is I would get on the horn with get on the horn. I would get on the horn with people that you've worked with and let them know that you are putting together a reoccurring annual refresher course. Start building interest in it. Start generating interest. So that way, once you have your sales page set up, um, I like the stream, Brian. I appreciate it. Let's see. Today is the 14th. We did the podcast. I've been live for an hour and 15 minutes now. Excuse me. I still need to make a video. You guys got any other questions? We've been live for an hour and 15 minutes. Let me know if you got any questions. If you want to get started with G-Bolt Systems, just go to gboltsystems.com/light, LITE. Like I said, you can get complete email marketing software for starting at $9 per month. So it's like ClickFunnels, Kajabi. It's all of these different CRM softwares all in one, and it's $9 per month if you wanted to get started. And that's G-Bolt Systems. I put in the thing, gboltsystem.com/light if you are up and ready. So yeah, any other questions before I let you guys go? If there are, I can't do that yet. If there are no other questions, you guys have a good night, good day, good evening.